What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Back with our monthly update, this being for the month of September. As usual, I am late. I'm always late on these updates. You guys know how it is by now. Not a huge haul this month for September. And I did throw in some October titles in here that came in just like yesterday at the time I'm recording this, just because of a certain sale that's going on. And I don't want you guys to miss out on that. And the haul was pretty small. Anyways, you guys don't care about all that. You guys are here to see the movie, so let's just jump right into that. But I do hope you guys are all doing well. First up from Kino Lorber, these first 5 are part of their fall sale that they're having right now. So make sure you guys go check out kinolorber.com. Over 700 titles right now until October 20th, as low as $4.99. Great time to just build up the collection and just splurge and just load that card up and just click like OK or whatever. And build that collection, guys, on these sales. First up from that sale, we do have The Visit. M. Night Shyamalan, one of his better movies in my opinion. Me and the kid just rewatched this, and it's still pretty creepy. I'll admit, it still holds up pretty well. Really cool edition here with the reverse cover art and everything. So yeah, The Visit on 4K, part of that fall sale. And then also part of that sale, we have Babes in Toyland with Keanu Reeves, Drew Barrymore, and Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita. I had never seen this one before, and when I saw it was part of that sale, I was like, sure, I got to check this out. And I hear people call for this all the time in my live streams, so I had to add this to the collection and finally watch this. And this was like a early Jim Henson-esque type movie, kind of like a fever dream, if I'm being honest. This movie's just weird, and yeah, I really enjoyed it overall. They just go into this otherworldly dimension, this toyland, and you got all these weird characters and creatures and stuff. And it's a good family watch, especially around like Christmas. I think this would be a good time to watch this one. But yeah, Babes in Toyland. Next from Kino Lorber, we have the OG Italian Job with Michael Caine. This is one of those ones that takes a while to get going, kind of slow paced. But once it gets going and they get on this heist that they're doing, you're really enthralled with what's going on and invested in the characters and everything, and you just are glued to the screen the whole time once it gets going. But great performance from a young Michael Caine in this, and just a must for the collection. Beautiful transfer on that 4K, by the way. The Italian Job looks incredible. All right, next up, I can't believe I didn't have this one. We have the classic prison escape movie, Escape from Alcatraz, on 4K. Of course, you know, Clint Eastwood. This is just a staple for any collection, and I'm ashamed I didn't own this one before. But now I have it on amazing 4K. I haven't checked out the 4K scan yet, but I had to add this one. And again, this is part of the fall sale. The last one for the fall sale titles is Big Man on Campus. I hear people call for this all the time in my streams, and I didn't know what this movie was, but this is basically like a retelling of like The Hunchback of Notre Dame. You got this guy who's living in this like tower, this like clock tower on this campus, who looks like this, and he's kind of like a Neanderthal and everything, and he has to try to be somewhat normal, and he's got this crush on this girl who's with this guy on the back right there. And it's a comedy with a lot of heart, I will say that. And again, one of those movies where you really start to really care about the characters, especially the main character there, Bob. Is what name he decides to be. And I really enjoyed this one overall. It wasn't as funny as I had hoped or thought it would be. But it does hold up pretty well, being from 1989. I don't think this one had no reverse cover art on that. Yeah, definitely had to add Big Man on Campus to the collection. All right, next up, all these Kino titles are available now. These are brand new releases for the month of September. First up, I haven't watched this one yet, and I really want to. I just haven't found the time where I'm awake enough to read subtitles by the time I get to watching a movie. But that is Dogtooth. I've heard this movie is absolutely crazy. I cannot wait to dive into this. Again, just by the time I start watching movies, my eyes aren't awake enough to read subtitles. This does come with a booklet, too, with an interview with the director, a written interview right there. Very, very cool. And this one is available right now. And this movie looks absolutely insane. I cannot wait to dive into this. Let me know if you guys have seen this one, because I'm curious of thoughts, especially on this title here. Next up, we have the classic Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. You do get some reverse cover art on there. Kind of the same thing, but just a little bit different, kind of different color scheme and everything. But yeah, another one that I needed in the collection, this like musical type movie here with, you know, Dolly Parton looking absolutely fantastic and a younger Burt Reynolds. I mean, the chemistry is amazing in this. And if you guys are country music fans, you're definitely going to enjoy this one. I mean, I enjoy it, and I'm not even a country music person per se. Next up, we have the sequel to one of my favorite comedies. Not as good as the sequel, but it's decent. That is Airplane 2 on 4K. This is the one where they go to the moon. No reverse art on that one. Again, it doesn't, the jokes and stuff don't land like they do in the original, but it definitely has its moments as well. And if you got the first one, you got to have the second one, again, on 4K as well. Next up is a movie I'd never seen before, and this was pretty interesting. This is Night of the Juggler on 4K, and this one's got James Brolin, his dad, James Brolin, not Josh. And this is basically, Brolin plays like a ex-cop whose daughter gets kidnapped, and he's chasing this guy through the city. And it's real gritty, grimy, and everything. And I think there's like some political stuff that the juggler's saying and everything. Kind of like, you know, everyone has it better than him, and, you know, against like rich people, and thinks this guy is rich and he's not, and all that. And yeah, it's a fun ride. It's pretty nonstop as they're you know, chasing after him through the city there. And it's nice seeing those old cityscapes as well, this being from 1980. You do get reverse cover art on this one as well. But yeah, again, Brolin does awesome in this. Next up, available now from Imprint Viavision over in Australia, we have this awesome box set of the 39 Steps and the Lady Vanishes. Two remakes of Hitchcock classics for sure. And then they do come in their own individual cases right there. And they do have some bonus content with them as well. And they do have interior artwork, not reversible, but there is some inside artwork on there. I didn't realize, I think one of these was remade quite a few times. I don't remember which one it was. I think it might have been the 39 Steps. But yeah, very, very cool box set there from Imprint Films. Imprint does amazing box sets. If you guys have not picked anything up from them, I highly recommend Imprint or Viavision. Very, very cool, very sturdy box sets on their releases. Next up from A24, we have Materialist. And this is another one I haven't dove into yet, but you got a great cast in here with Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans, Dakota Johnson. I might have shown this last video. I don't quite remember, but we're going to show it again just in case. And of course, A24 does those like digipacks. And then you got postcards, kind of deal going on there, art cards, whatever you want to call them, kind of behind the scenes looking stuff there. Again, I've not seen the movie, so I don't know if these are from the movie or if they're like behind the scenes stills or what they are. But very, very cool. I love these A24 releases, and this seems like it's going to be a really good movie. I just haven't been in the mood, I guess, to watch this. I'm at that age where I had to be in certain moods to watch certain kinds of films. But yeah, definitely excited for that one. Next up from Viavision side of things, not the Imprint side, but the Viavision side, we have these limited edition lenticulars for a Rain Man on 4K. I will say this scan it's not the best. I did watch this. The kid had never seen it, so we watched this. And great movie. It holds up very well. And again, the 4K scan, it's pretty grainy at times, to be honest. But again, I don't mind the grain with older films. I think it takes you back to that time. Some scenes are nice and crisp and clear, and others just not so much, but still a good scan overall. You do get your booklet with all kinds of photos and everything. Again, Viavision Imprint just does a great job with these sets. And yeah, I don't know. What else can you say about Rain Man? It's just Kmart, definitely Kmart, right? It's not where you're going to get this, though. You can't get that from Kmart. And then another classic with the lenticular, you have Point Break, Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze. Yeah, just amazing film. I love this movie so much. Gary Busey, just awesome stuff here. This is, again, it's on 4K. This is another one that's, it's not a perfect looking 4K. There's some grain intact in this one as well. But it definitely gives it character, though. And you do get cards with this one. And a nice envelope, too. A nice Point Break envelope. Very cool. And the backs of them have, the water going and everything. Very cool. There's your awesome skydiving scene. There's Busey right there. The ex-presidents. This movie is just so much fun. I absolutely love this movie. Not sure if this is the same scan or a new scan as opposed to the Shout Factory or not, but it looks decent overall. And again, Point Break is just a classic, and that was my kids' first time watching this movie. And another one where you just get really invested in this one and really care about the characters in this for sure. Let's see if it says if it's a new scan on the card. Oh, John C. McGinley being in here as well, one of his early roles. And I'm not seeing if it says if it's a new scan or not, but it's a good amount of special features and everything on there. I guess I could have shown the card to Rain Man as well, but I forgot, sorry. Great releases from Viavision over, again, in Australia. Next up, we have this awesome set from Second Sight Films for the Pusher trilogy. And, of course, a couple of them having Mads Mikkelsen in them. I've not sat down to watch these yet because I want to watch them all kind of in a row. You do get cards with these as well, but I hear these movies are just amazing. And another set I cannot wait to dive into. It's just, you have so much stuff to watch, and I'm trying to watch stuff for spooky season, so trying to keep up on that. I don't think this quite fits in with spooky season. Dropping the card there. Very cool. It has this awesome book, nice thick book in there, and you can smell that like newness of the pages. I don't know what it is about that. Very cool. Lots of information on the films in here. These Second Sight releases are really awesome. Kind of up there with those Viavision releases and everything. These overseas companies really know how to do box sets. I mean, on par with like Arrow Video box sets for sure. Yeah, that is the Pusher trilogy, again, available right now. I'm just kind of talking as I'm putting this all back together because there's a lot of stuff in this box set, but very cool. This is from Nicholas Winding Refn. Yeah, get back in there. All right. That is just a thick boy, man. All right, there we go. So there's your side there with everything in it. Very cool. Again, box set from Second Sight. And last for the review stuff, we do have Hotel Rwanda. Of course, a true story, inspired by a true story and everything. Don Cheadle, Joaquin Phoenix, Nick Nolte. And I love these media books. This is from Cape Light International right here. Very cool. Cape Light has been putting out some amazing media books. And yeah, this is just a very emotional drama. Very emotionally charged, I guess. Yeah, that is it for the review stuff. I'm kind of going through this as quick as I can. I don't want to waste too much of your guys' time. These next couple are from themovieroom.com. If you guys haven't checked out themovieroom.com yet, definitely do so. Go over there. Use code REJECTFILMS10 at checkout. You're going to save 10% on your entire order. Great place to buy boutique labels, limited editions, lots of stuff from overseas, a lot of imports and everything. They were nice enough to send me over Sleepaway Camp 3 on 4K. I have not checked out these transfers yet, but I love the sequels to Sleepaway Camp. I think 2 is my favorite, I do believe. Of course, we had to get 2 as well. They came in these bags, so I just kind of kept them in there for now. But some of the best packaging you will ever see from a company. Nothing's going to get damaged when you order from them, unless the post office just completely jacks it up. I don't think anything's getting damaged. All right, next up from Universal, a CGI fest of Jurassic World Rebirth. I did kind of like this one. It definitely has its moments, but man, the CGI is so bad at times. I think we're going backwards on our special effects. Still pretty decent, better than Dominion was, but that's not really saying a whole lot. And then next up, one that surprised me. These next few here are from Whatnot. If you guys haven't downloaded the Whatnot app yet, definitely do so on that. You can use my link in the Linktree bio here, and you can get yourself anywhere from $10 to $200 in credit when you sign up. Great place to buy movies from, or whatever it is you collect. You could probably find on Whatnot. But yeah, we did pick up Clown in a Cornfield. I thought this was going to be just like one clown, terrorizing people and stuff. I did not expect it to be what it ended up being. I don't really want to give too much away, but this movie is absolutely fantastic. I had an absolute blast with this one, and I cannot wait to see if they turn this into a franchise or something. I need to read the books, though. I know the book's probably better than the movie. That movie surprised me on how good it really was. Also from Whatnot, we did get 42nd Street. This was like $7 for an archive collection. I have no idea what this is. I think it's like a musical. But for the price for an archive title, I had to snag that one up. Also got, again, for the price, I paid less than half at eBay, out of print Twilight Time title of Zulu. Another one I'm not familiar with, but I know it's kind of hard to get at a good price, so I had to snag it up. Great deals over there on Whatnot, guys. Another one that was like $7. This thing used to be expensive back in the day for this version. I had the all-white version before of this, but we got Django Unchained with the black and red. I love the artwork on this one. One of my favorite Tarantino movies. Very, very cool. Again, for like $7, I had to upgrade my little Amaray case version to this awesome steelbook. Also from Whatnot, I did pick up the MVD Rewind collection of Bikini Car Wash 1 and 2. I know these aren't going to be great movies, but I got it for a really good price. Brand new, still sealed, and yeah, cheaper than anywhere else I found online. I believe that's it for the Whatnot stuff. Now, this is all in-store purchases, I do believe. No. Okay, so this is in-store, of course, from Walmart. It's the only place you can really get stuff. Finally upgraded all my Final Destinations to Blu-ray. Got that 5-film collection. Now that I did that, I'm sure they'll put like a 4K set out or whatever. And, of course, I do have Final Destination Bloodlines as well. And then had to pick up the new Superman with that awesome lenticular cover right there. Have not checked this out yet. I don't know why. I guess because it's 129 minutes and I just haven't felt like watching it. I don't know. But yeah, I've heard pretty decent things on that one. This one surprised me on how good it was. I wasn't expecting much, but that is Megan 2.0. Definitely less of a horror film than the first one, but it's still a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one quite a bit. Yeah, Megan. And then from the producers of, or the world of John Wick, Ballerina. And of course, you get John Wick in here as well. This is the 4K steelbook right there. Very cool steelbook, and this one was pretty decent. I'll admit, I had a pretty good time with this one, especially when you add John Wick to the movie as well. And I know we're probably going to get, another John Wick. I think they've announced. And yeah, Ballerina wasn't bad. Definitely check it out. One I was a little let down on. We got 28 years later. We've waited forever for this movie, guys, and what happened? It's not terrible. It's just, I don't know, especially the end. It's just like, what? I mean, I get that the end was like, I don't want to spoil anything, but the person at the end was at the beginning. I know that. But what's with like the mask scenes and everything, like those weird scenes, and I don't know. It was just kind of strange, but definitely could have been a lot better. I think I'm going in order. I like 28 days, weeks, and then years in that order as best to worst. And then 4 pickups from when I went to Whorehound Weekend. That's one reason why this haul is so small, is because I went to that convention, spent too much money. But yeah, these were all pickups from there. From the TerrorVision booth, we got slashers. Definitely go check out that video too, guys, of my trip there to Whorehound Weekend, Cincinnati. This one looks really strange. It looks really low budget and weird. Definitely up my alley for sure. And then we got one that was originally released when TerrorVision was with Vinegar Syndrome as a partner label. We do have Video Violence, part 1 and 2 as well. And then from the Orbit DVD booth, had to remember where I got this from, we have The Fall, not Fall, the Tower movie, but Fall. I believe this is like in the vein of like The Cell, from what I hear. It's supposed to be really weird like that. This is the 4K release from Umbrella. And then finally, from the Vinegar Syndrome booth, we have on 4K Stephen King's The Dark Half from George Romero. Very, very cool box set. It's not a VSU or anything. It's just Vinegar Syndrome number 501 right there. But I love these thicker box sets there. You do get a nice booklet here. And I have not seen this movie in so long. I honestly don't remember anything about this one. Maybe once the movie starts and I rewatch this, it'll come back to me. But as of right now, I'm drawing a blank on what this movie even was. I really cannot remember. All right, so that is it, guys, for my haul for September with a couple October titles I cheated and threw in there with. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of any of these titles. Did you guys pick any of these up or planning to? Let me know what you guys did pick up down in the comments section. Always curious to what everyone is buying out there these days. And yeah, as always, guys, peace, love, happiness to all of you. And I will catch you next time. Later.